Hey everyone, how's it going? Today, let's go over some stuff. I've been doing some filming. Pretty obvious, I've got Warbird at last. I just thought it was cool to pose her with Rogue there. But let me straighten her out. Doing some filming and just all around, just getting some content out. I think I'm starving for content, right? Alright, so, been a rough week around here. A lot going on. Yeah, I don't want to even talk about it, to be perfectly honest. But, glad to see a few things. Now, first off, I had to take my mom to the airport. Finally picked up Miss Marvel. Thought there was a Target that way, and I was like, oh yes, finally. And there she was. There was like 9 of them. It was unreal. And then stopped by a GameStop, which was right next door to Target. I couldn't believe I found this. I've been looking for this forever, and I'd given up hope of ever getting it, but there was Ultimo Dragon, and so that made me happy. My absolute favorite of the cruiserweights from WCW. And I thought him and Rey Mysterio did some fantastic matches, so I was really glad to get that. It was really the only one I wanted from that. I did get the Juventud Guerrera, but anyway. Speaking of wrestling, I'm reaching back. Sorry. As I said, I didn't expect much this week because my birthday is Monday. Monday, people. I ain't telling you how old I am. I'm older than a lot of people in the YouTube space, but that's beside the point. I got a notice from Ringside Collectibles, one of the orders I put in, finally shipped. And it was, let me scoot Ultimo over, and let me scoot Miss Marvel over. First up, Eddie Guerrero. I really have been very picky on Eddie Guerrero. I've only planned to get one, and I was, I passed on that Ultimate one that had the jacked up chest. I had seen some others. It was kind of like, okay, and then I saw this one, and I was like, there we go. That's a good Eddie Guerrero. That's what I want for my Eddie Guerrero. And then, at long last, so a couple of big achievements in my collection this week. At long last, this has been a curse of my collection since I decided to go back into into wrestling figures. I have very select ones I want, and there were certain stars I did want, and one of those stars has been a curse from day one. I have tried to pre-order this character, this guy. It never fails. It gets canceled. I have tried finding him, and the wave disappears before I get to the store. A million and one things have happened, so having one version, and hopefully by very soon I will have 2 versions of this guy, and then it's the 2 versions I wanted. But it's Big Kevin Nash, and I've got Diesel. So that's both from the Vault collection from Ringside Collectibles. Now, the other one I got in this, I got 3 out of this. The other one I got was Rikishi for my wife, who, my wife really loved Too Cool, and, it was Rikishi while he was with Too Cool, so that made her very happy. So she was really ecstatic about that. She doesn't love many wrestlers, but, come to find out, Rikishi and Ultimate Warrior are 2 favorites, so she actually got to see Rikishi at a taping of Raw once, and she got really excited when I gave it to her. I kept it quiet for a long time too, so that was cool. And that was it for the toys. I told you it'd be light because, again, my birthday's coming up. The funny thing about my birthday is I have my stepkids. 2 of my stepkids have their birthdays right before mine, so the money goes to them this time because you got to give them a good birthday. So yeah, a lot of money went out, so not a lot came in for toys, which is fine. I know today I don't usually do too much toy news on these, but I want to not talk about things going on in the real world right now. It's just so, yeah, a couple things, you know, Valaverse had a sale today. Value box is $100 value for $75. Some other stuff. I looked it over. Again, it's my birthday and the birthday of my stepkids. It's like, oh, yeah, I gotta rein in the money right now. But you know, I am in deep on some back orders right now. So you know, there's that too. So I'm kind of like going, you know, need to kind of wait until I get some of this stuff in before I start adding to it. And you know, I already got a backlog of videos, so that's fun. But filming wise, obviously I was doing, and I always call her Miss Marvel, because when I was a kid she was Miss Marvel. As I was growing up, she was Miss Marvel. She was Warbird for a brief time in that outfit, and then she went back to Miss Marvel. And so I always call her Miss Marvel, and of course everybody calls her Warbird, but you know what I mean when I say it. Target was funny because that Target had nothing else besides Warbird that I wanted. I did see the Tiger Force pack, and I was like, don't want it. And I didn't see any of the infantry, and I don't want any of those anyway. Like I said, I'm getting out of Joe right now. It's just not, you know, I like the characters I like, and I like putting them in with Action Force, but this to me is not a real American hero. We're just getting kind of representations of those characters in a different scale to me. And, you know, the novelty's worn off, and I've got most of my faves. You know, there's still a couple that are not done, Flash and a couple others, but for the most part we've done it and they've done it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's time to mellow out on that collection. You know, then again, I did say I wasn't going to get Recondo, but you know, I did film that damn backpack. I hate this stupid backpack. Hasbro, figure out how to do backpacks. Damn. I did do the video for this guy. He was kind of fun. Yeah, he was kind of fun. I do somehow, some way prefer the Tiger Force version, but this one, the other one's not a bad one to go along with. You know, did some filming on. Wow, backpacks and G.I. Joe, man, Jesus. This is one of the things I don't like about Classified too, is that the backpacks never stay. And this is a guy that needs to have a backpack. It is, of course, Barbecue. I did some filming on that as well. You know, just some filming all around. Anywho, neither here nor there. What else is going on in the toy world? Well, I've released a bunch of videos this week. You know, Beachhead was one that seemed to be received well. M. Bison. I was going to have another video on Friday, and then I just went with M. Bison. And there was another one. I'm trying to remember. Oh, there was, of course, the one on the Star Wars theory and everything, and I don't know, people didn't seem to gravitate. I didn't put a clickbaity title on it, and that's part of the problem. I should have put a clickbaity title, but I didn't. So maybe that's my fault. And yeah. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Just filming away, getting stuff done, and yeah, just avoiding the real world. And by real world, I don't mean my home life fine. It's the stuff in the community is freaking insane. So, and I do mean community as in area around me. One thing I did this week, I did not like the Vanguard driver's helmet. So I remembered I had an extra Steel Brigade, head. I just plopped it on him. Gave him a gun and gave him the armor. This is the Steel Brigade that ended up, from the Steel Brigade that ended up being my heavy weapons Steel Brigade. So, yeah, that was my solution. I'm not much into kit bashing, but I mean, this seems real simple, and just slap it on there and go. And I think that works for me. You know, give him a weapon, he's good, you know. I believe I hear my cat going off because he's mad. Actually, it's my mother's cat. He's mad he has to deal with my cats, but that's beside the point. He just doesn't like them. I had to step away for just a second. Sorry about that. Continuing on, the Super 7 O-rings are appearing to show up at Target. I'm thinking Bat and Cover Girl. I don't need another Snake Eyes, and I don't need another Cobra Commander. It's just like, you know, you can only have so many of those before it gets daunting. And I'm just gonna not, you know, I want to get some stuff I don't have as many of, or well, I have plenty of bats, but I still want to kind of reserve it to stuff that's not quite as prevalent and as many in my collection. Although really bats, that's not true. But bats are an army, you can fudge that. I did stop for a second and looked over. I was just trying to see if anything was supposed to come out that I have on pre-order this week, and I don't think so. But I got a feeling it's going to be like a massive dump when it does. I mean, it's just going to be everything at once. And so, you know, it'll be packed. But I was looking back on my pre-orders going, wow, I got a lot out there. and you know, something to be mindful of. You know, I'm very ahead of the game on things, but at the same time I'm a little behind because you know, that's the way distribution goes. So we'll see what happens. Let me see. Well, I know Mython goes live tonight, but by the time you guys see this, it'll be the next day, so he'll have gone on with It's Chad. So I would like to think I want to plug Mython, but I don't really have the opportunity now. Not like my little channel's going to help out Mython anyway. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. So I got the shelves in here, close to where I want them, although I did knock down all the Iron Mans in the top shelf. Stupid me. I got some space for a couple of guys I know are coming in. Power Man and Iron Fist and Man Thing. Yeah, those will come in eventually. So when I get those, I got space for them up there in the Avengers shelf. So the shelving situation is moving along. And oh, my daughter's laughing. I wonder what's so funny. And yeah, I am working on the Crusader Batman video as well. That one's going to be a little bit more artsy fartsy. I like doing those artsy fartsy ones. Those are fun. Do something different, you know. And still digging through the collection. This one will be interesting. It's just a bag of, I thought it was all Indiana Jones, and it wasn't. It was a lot more. So that was fun. So I'll let that one, need to edit it, but I'm gonna let that one go. It's pretty funny what was in there. And I'll just let you see it. What else? Gosh, I feel like I'm missing some big toy news. I mean, PulseCon with a dumpster fire, so oh, Target Geek Out is again, and I don't know. That seems to be falling flat to me. I don't know. These Geek Out events don't really do much for me. Although I did see someone say that there's another Tiger Force in there. And I'm like, God, I hate Tiger Force. I hate Tiger Force almost as much as I hate Mad Marauders. Now, to be fair, I hate those because at first I thought they were nice little variants. But when I got them back when they were on the shelves, oh man, those things are brittle as hell. If you ever collected them, you know what I'm talking about. So they're tough to deal with, and yeah, you just end up. Most of the ones that you ever see out in the world are broken now. I don't know how Python Patrol avoided that, but God, the guns would not fit into the hands, and it was more brittle than the original figures. So it's that bad. And whew, wow, that's it for now. I mean, that's all I can think of. It's like I said, it's been a week, dude. It's been a week. So much happening. I had so many meetings at school for my kids, and birthdays for my kids, and just, I barely even had any time for the toys here because it was like, wow, and I definitely have not ordered much of anything in the past couple weeks, well, especially with my birthday coming up, because, you never know. My wife usually tries to get me something toy related, at least. And then my mom just laughs, but that's a whole other issue. But anyway, I guess I will wrap it up now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and do all that fun stuff. Yeah, take care, and you have a good one, guys.